Hello everybody, Matt from TDM Style here, and today I'm going to be talking about Hanz de Fuko's Quicksand product and how to properly use it if you have wavy or curly hair. So I wanted to do something a little bit different than a normal review for this because it is a very unique product, and I found out the hard way that if you don't use it properly, you could end up with some seriously unpleasant results. And what Quicksand is basically 1 part styling clay and 1 part dry shampoo, which I think is just a really fantastic idea. I definitely think that this is an innovative product. I mean, I don't know of any other men's hair care companies who have made anything quite like this, and I think it's helpful to try to get men into the habit of not shampooing their hair every single day. This product is basically designed to be used in 2nd or 3rd day hair, and like I said, it's 1 part styling clay and 1 part dry shampoo, and what the dry shampoo actually is, if you look at the label, is diatomaceous earth, which is essentially some really fine bits of sand, more or less, which is probably why they called it quicksand. So those really fine particles of the diatomaceous earth are what get into your hair and absorb the excess oil. So like it says on the jar, this is a high hold with a dry matte finish, and that's absolutely true. The diatomaceous earth absolutely does a crazy job absorbing the oils in your hair and making it really dry and matte looking, and that is exactly where you can go wrong. The first time I tried this, it was on 2nd day hair, so my hair was a little bit oily, and I took like a normal size scoop that, you know, like I would with a typical styling clay. And I instantly found out that I must have been doing something wrong because, like, as soon as I put it into my hair, it basically made my hair feel like a rat's nest. Just totally dry and very like tangled. Like if I tried to do this, my fingers would just get stuck and it would make this horrible sound, me trying to like rip my fingers through it. And so I figured I must be doing something wrong, right? So like many of us out there, I took to YouTube and I looked up every quicksand review that I could find. And what I found was that it seemed like everybody else who had reviewed this product happened to also have fine, straight hair. And they would just take a scoop and put it in, and then everybody would say, oh yeah, it's great, the hold is crazy, this is awesome, I love it. And not a single person said, well, gee, it really made my hair feel really dry and tangly and whatever. Until I found a video by Carlos Roberto who had the same problem that I did, and he also has wavy hair. And the way that he put it was, man, this stuff makes my hair feel like styrofoam, and I found that that's a pretty accurate description of what happens if you use too much. So I decided to do some more experimenting, so I've tried it on dry hair, on wet hair, with the blow dryer, without the blow dryer, and I tried all different amounts of the product, and I finally figured out how to make it work properly for those of us with wavy or curly hair. Now, if you look at the label on the product, it says, use on dry hair for gravity-defying volume and beachy texture. Also great as a dry shampoo. So that gives us a little bit of inkling there. It says to use it on dry hair, but it doesn't say how much to use. But when you order Hanz de Fuko products, they also come with this little card that gives you a little bit more information about the product, and it expands a little bit on the directions of how to use it. If you don't have the card, you can also see this on the website. So if we look at that, firstly, it says to use a small pinch into the roots, and then it also says you can use it on dry hair, or you can put it into damp hair and hit it with a blow dryer. So I've tried both of these methods a number of times, and thankfully I found that you can use the same amount whether you're putting it on dry or damp hair. So let's actually get into the nitty-gritty and I'll show you how this stuff works. Okay, so as you can see, I'm going in with a very small amount here. I mean like pea-sized or smaller. Now, instead of emulsifying it in my palms like I normally would, I'm going just for the fingertips here. The reason for that is because I want this stuff to get in just to the roots of my hair. If I were to have it in my palms like I would a normal styling clay or wax, I find it a lot more difficult for me to get it distributed evenly into the roots where I really need it. And if I get too much on the ends of my strands, then it's just gonna feel tangly. Basically, I'm gonna massage it into the roots around my entire scalp. From here, you can just style away, and you can see from this that you can get some seriously crazy hold with this stuff. However, since I don't want to go outside looking like a crazy person, I'm going to style my hair into something a little bit less ambitious. So there we go. You can see I used a really, really tiny amount, and just that little bit did its job. My hair is much less oily now, and basically the hold is pretty insane. I mean, you can use just that tiny little bit and make your hair do basically whatever you want. Now, if you are going to use it on damp hair, same tiny little amount, same deal. Work it into your fingertips, into the roots, and then you can use like a vent brush or a round brush with a blow dryer, and the way that your hair will set into shape when you hit it with that blow dryer is pretty insane. So I hope this was helpful to any of you with curly or wavy hair who have been thinking about trying out Quicksand and weren't sure if it would work for you, or if you were just curious about Quicksand in general. I mean, like I said, I think it's a very innovative idea. I definitely like it. I mean, because dry shampoo and a styling wax are two things that I would use on second or third day hair as it is. So to combine those into one product, I think is really, really smart. Just make sure that you're really careful about starting with the smallest amount possible. If there was ever a product that really meant it when you say start small and you can always add more, it's this one. So that does it for today's video. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you at the next one.